Hello, my name is Marissa Rowles. I am a student from College Sturgeon Heights Collegiate. My course instructor is Mr. Walks, and today I will be presenting my 42IB Computer Science Internal Assessment, where I have recreated the classic game of Minesweeper. Upon the game loading up, you can already see that the 39x9 grid has been generated. Like the original Minesweeper, this grid is already fully functional, without the user having to do any actions except for opening up the game. This grid already is fully functional, as you can see. I have hit a bomb, so let me reload the game. So, like the regular Minesweeper, once you hit a blank spot, all neighboring blank spots until a border of neighboring of cells that have detected a neighbor are detected, a border will be generated. Now, you can flag objects, and this will tell you where these bombs are. And, as you can see, it works just fine in this manner. Now, if I middle click, I should be able to clear out all these two sections here, but I have found a bug where on occasion my algorithm will not detect these as being flagged and will still hit them. This is a bug and I need to fix it. As you can see, the bug was activated. Now, if I reload the game, you can see there is a completely different grid generated. And if I start clicking, the flags still work. As you can see, as I started clicking, this counter right here went down. I only have 10 flags that I can use while in a 9x9 grid. Now, if I start clicking around, that was not supposed to happen, that's a bug. If I start clicking around, up until when I run out of bombs, I can no longer place any flags. Until I start removing them. I now have all my flags back, and I don't know why it did that. But, yeah. And as you can see, as we've started the game, there's been a timer on the corner. This timer functions as usual. As you play, up until the point where you lose, this timer will keep going. Now you see, I know where this bomb is, so let me click it. On this, the timer has stopped and reset to 0. The reset button has changed to a frowny face to indicate that the game has been lost, and I can no longer click on any of these. Now if I click this again, the timer will reset, all of my flags will go back to 10, and a new grid is generated. Now let's move on to the menu items. This menu item was meant to be a way for the user to change the size of their grid depending on the difficulty they would like. I was not able to accomplish this, so it is currently dysfunctional. All of these are interactable, but they will do nothing at this point and should always return you back to beginner when you reload. Now this tab, when you click on it, it will send you to a web page. It is not my web page, but I found it is very helpful by the company of minesweepergame.com. It quickly displays all of the rules of Minesweeper, and for players who have no knowledge of what is happening. Now, let us get to the game itself. Now, if I clear up my screen a little bit, you can see that I have 12 methods in my main package. Animator is simply for helping to animate images, which is done through some tools I gathered through previous classes. The counter method is a superclass method, which is built to demonstrate the two counters that you saw in while I was demonstrating my game. Its first child, flag tracker, is built to keep track of how many flags there are in the game. As you click, it lowers how many flags you can place, and as you remove them, it raises them. Its second child, time tracker, keeps track of the time. Difficulties keeps track of how many bombs, rows, and columns should be placed upon generation. As you can see, it is set up to already be ready for the 3 pre-made difficulties of the game. Right now, only beginner is functional. The next is Game Engine, which runs all of the basic logic for the game. The next, game grid, runs all of the logic that you see while playing the game. Runs nearly all of the logic you see while playing the game. It does all of the work for neighbors, bomb counts, and checking to see if an item is in bounds. Globals is what it sounds like. It is all of the methods that are used throughout the program. Grid cell is all of the little cells that you saw while I demonstrated my project. It is one of the most complex methods of the game and has over 450 lines. A Minesweeper is simply just the main class and only calls the user interface. The reset button tracks the status of the game and acts as a point of reset for the game, which is that little face button that you saw while I was demonstrating. The user interface is simple and is the GUI for this application, which creates a visual for the user to play the game. This concludes section D of my internal assessment hand-in. I hope you enjoyed, and I wish you all a great day.